Hello, this is Encounters with Life. I'm Sean Abigail, your host. It's time for our Week 7 wrap-up of the best of X/Twitter. But before I get started, can I ask you to like, subscribe, and even share these videos with your friends? That would help my channel to grow, and I would be very, very grateful. Okay, now let's jump into it. First of all, a message by Lori Goldstein. If you want to know the future of Canada's oil and gas sector under Mark Carney, remember that he's a leading global advocate of net zero emissions ASAP. Well, absolutely. That is one of his reasons for being. And if you want more of the Trudeau carbon tax under a different name, maybe some of the details changed, but still paying a carbon tax, then absolutely, Mark Carney is the guy for you. Okay, next off. We've been hearing that only 43 kilograms of fentanyl was intercepted crossing from Canada into the United States. And we've been saying, okay, there's not really a problem. You know what? Maybe there is a problem, and that is that we only caught 43 kilograms. Maybe there's a lot more. We don't know. So time to get tough on the border. Also, here's one from Brian Lilly of the Toronto Sun. We should be proud of Canada for Canada's sake, not because of Donald Trump. Well, I said this in my Why I Love Canada video. It's not about defining ourselves as, well, we're not like the Americans. Well, we don't do the American thing here or there. It's about what we do, and it's about our passion for our country. Now, we do have a fentanyl czar. He has been named. Kevin Brosseau is the new fentanyl czar named by Justin Trudeau. Frankly, I've never heard of him. I was hoping for Rick Hillier, former Canadian General, Chief of Defense Staff, a greatly respected Canadian, a man who knows how to get things done. And instead we have somebody who has been Deputy Commissioner of the RCMP. So that's to his credit. But he's been doing a lot of other things since. I don't know. This just seems like one of the more minimalist appointment by the Liberal Party. Time will tell. Okay. Former Prime Minister Stephen Harper has said that Canada should accept any level of damage to fight back against Donald Trump. Okay. Do you agree? Are you willing to experience some economic pain? Are you willing to experience a drop in your standard of living for Canada to remain an independent country, a country that fights back on tariffs and things like that? Or do you feel that having your Netflix and having your lattes and so on are exactly what you want? I have to say, I don't know what fighting back means. I don't know how much cost there is, but I am a Canadian to my core. And if it will help, then I am in favor of fighting back. But let's be smart about it. Let's address the core concerns that Trump seems to be raising, and the economic issues. Let's see how we can fight those, perhaps with something stronger. Okay, when Donald Trump was first running, there were, I can't count the number of people on the left saying Donald Trump is a Russian plant. He is working for the Russians. His mission is to destroy NATO. If you vote for him, it is a vote for the destruction of NATO. And here we see Pete Hegseth, the new Secretary of Defense, going to NATO and saying NATO must be a stronger, more lethal force, not a diplomatic club. So it looks like what Trump was saying was that NATO needs to be stronger, and not just letting the Americans do all the heavy lifting, but each of the NATO countries needs to be hitting that 2% target or higher now in order to defend Europe and to defend our values and our allies. It turns out that all of these people on the left who were saying, oh, Trump is just a Russian plant, he's going to destroy NATO, that's his goal, looks like they weren't telling the truth. Go figure. And now my last update today, and that is with regards to something I've been talking about for a little while now, and if you've been following my videos, you know about this, RICO laws. So Racketeer-influenced and corrupt organization laws would help place Canada in a better position for joint investigations, operations, and prosecutions with our allies, particularly tackling money laundering. Absolutely. So I've been saying we need RICO laws. We need a change to our legal system. And because we're dealing with the Americans, we need to call it RICO laws, because if we give it a familiar name for a very familiar concept, then it's going to get us more traction with our American neighbors. Well, that's what I'm thinking about this week. This is the Twitter messages I've seen that have kind of piqued my interest. What about you? What do you think? And especially that question of how much pain you're willing to experience for Canada to retain its sovereignty. Please leave some comments. I'd love to see them. I react to them. And thanks very much. This is Sean Abigail. That's Encounters with Life.